This is a special drill bit that came with the kit, and it's used to drill the dowel holes, and the dowels are just smaller than the bit, with a collar here for a stop. Okay, so now we're talking, right? We let the freshly cut logs sit for 2 weeks so that the tree's natural defense mechanism can die back. Then we drill with this special drill bit holes that are 2 inches apart and 6 inches from each hole down the row. And then I take this plug, whack it in like that, melt the wax, and apply the wax. Each log is going to take me 15 minutes, 50 holes, then 50 plugs, and then wax over 50 holes. There's 20 logs, so that's 4 logs an hour. That's 5 hours. This is a bag of 1,000 shiitake plugs. Each plug has the shiitake spawn in it. Melting the wax in this can, and then I'm going to paint on the wax to cover the plug holes. There's 2 ways to make the logs fruit. One is naturally, so in fall, when it rains, the logs will become saturated, and that will be the indicator for the mushrooms to flower. Or you could shock them earlier by dunking the logs for 24 hours in cool water earlier in the season, and that will force them to fruit because it will trick the mushrooms into thinking that it's fall.
But what are we gonna do?
We're going to shock the logs 2 times this season, June or August or something like that, to get 2 harvests. These mushrooms better be good. I needed a better way to melt the wax in this can that wasn't using the blowtorch. Bit of a waste of energy. So I came up with a candle idea. This one was too small. Found a bigger one, dug a hole, put it in the hole, found a metal milk jug in the woods, broke off a piece of metal, the candle flame comes through that hole there, conveniently placed. And now, while I'm drilling the holes and filling the plugs, I can melt the wax in the can over the flame. I used a ballpoint pen to write on the foil. It leaves a permanent mark that won't rub off with time. I'm using a galvanized roofing nail to nail the foil to the log. used a spade bit to drill a pilot hole for the rebar on each end of the logs. Then I used a pipe cutter to cut the 1/2-inch copper. And then I used a Forstner bit to drill the pilot holes in the 2x4 on the logs for the copper. So first of all, you drill. I've already drilled all the holes. Each one of these dowels has the mushroom. What's it called?
Shiitake.
The shiitake.
Okay,
what?
hold on. Make sure you're looking here.
Yeah.
Okay, action.
This is a bag of 1,000 plugs.
Wait.
What's wrong? I used a spade bit to drill a pilot. I used a spade bit to drill a pilot hole into. Okay, I'll project.
Okay, project.
I used a spade bit to drill a pilot hole into the.
Sorry, I won't look. Go ahead, it's filming.